Hello, everybody. This is Schan Ellis, also known as Coach Schan. I am a spiritual life development and transformational book writing coach, founder of Being Woman Naked and Necessary, also author of Being Woman, A Sacred Journey to Reconnecting to the Divine Truth of Who You Are. And I support women who are ready to go on a unique journey, a unique healing journey, to be able to learn principles, skills, tools, practices to stand in their truth and speak their truth and then go on to write their truth. And today I'm just really excited that I have been invited by our good friend Cinda Brown of Sisterhood Makeover. And she asked a very simple question, which is also a very profound question, and that is, what principle are you living by? What's your guiding principle? And so on yesterday, I took some time to really think about it, and all of my favorites came up, like courageous and trust and surrender and all of those juicy, good principles. And as I begin to go deeper and deeper, the guiding principle that really is my foundation is willingness. And so before we even get into what my guiding principle is, let's really define what is a principle. And a principle is simply a code of conduct for your life. It's really a building block to your divine consciousness. A principle is really what it is that you use to guide your life so that you can live your best life. What is the principle, which is a manifested spiritual law that you use to operate in the world? And so now that we know what the principle is, let's get back to my guiding principle, which is, again, my foundation is being willing, a willingness to do a new thing, a willingness to get in touch with the divine truth of who I am, a willingness to really look and see myself. All of those things, I need a willing heart, an open mind in order to be courageous, in order to show up in the world fearlessly, in order to surrender my ego, in order to really trust the divine process for my life. I do have another choice, and that other choice is to be closed-minded, to be closed-hearted, to be in resistance, and to be in avoidance of what it is that I need to see and learn and hear about myself. I can choose to do all of those things. However, when I choose those things, I understand that it keeps me stuck where I am, which may not be the place that I want to get stuck in. When I am resistant or avoidance or have a closed mind, a closed heart, it keeps me from shedding off layers of negative energy. It keeps the energy stuck within me. It keeps me stagnant. I won't be able to grow. I won't be able to really shift and move and do new things or tap into my authentic, my powerful self, because I'm avoiding the truth. I'm avoiding hearing the instructions from God. But when I am willing, when I have an open heart and I have an open mind, I'm willing to really see myself as myself. When I am willing, I'm able to look at the deep, dark shadows within me again and to tell the truth to myself about myself. And that leads me to being responsible. That leads me to then now taking some conscious, committed action steps to really change the things that I saw when I went to the dark places within me, when I went to the shadows. So now, being willing to go there, I'm able to put in some conscious, committed steps. Being willing to go there, being willing to see what's there, being willing to put in those action steps and becoming responsible to do what it is that I need to do. It also, being willing, leads me to being accountable. So now that I see, now that I've put in some action steps because of my willingness will also support me in holding myself accountable to changing and transforming what it is that I saw when I went there. So the questions for you today, beloved, is, are you willing to go there? That is the only way that we'll be able to change and transform our lives. I know this firsthand personally. I've changed and transformed my life and continue to pull back layers. I continue to pull off sometimes the masks that ego wants to wear. Being willingness is my superpower in a sense, because it allows me again to see myself. It allows me again to take action. It even allows me to celebrate myself. Being willingness allows me to see the loving essence in not just myself, but also in my sisters, in my brothers, in children, even when their behaviors are not conducive to their divine truth. I'm able to see past the behavior and see the loving essence and see the truth of who they are. That's willingness. Willingness allows us to be non-judgmental. Being willing allows us to show more compassion to ourselves and to each other. Willingness allows us to celebrate ourselves and to celebrate each other. Willingness is such a powerful, powerful principle. It allows us to show up in the world and be our most authentic selves. It allows us to show up in the world and continue to learn and heal and grow and evolve and transform. It's because we are willing again to listen. We are willing again to see within. It is our willingness that allows us to do all of these things. It is our willingness that allows us to do, meaning allows us to put in those conscious, committed steps, put in an action plan, write the vision for our lives. Willingness allows us to do these things. And because we're able to be, because we are willing to do, then we can manifest and have what it is that we really, really desire in life, what we really, really want to, again, manifest in life and live out those desires. It starts with willingness, having a open heart and open mind to do a new thing, to interrupt limiting thought beliefs, to interrupt limiting thought patterns, to interrupt negative behavior. It's our willingness that allows us to do this. Because when we tap into that principle of willingness and learn how to navigate life, then we begin to manifest our intentions. We begin to, again, live the life that we desire. We begin to heal from the inside out. We get to clean up on the inside so that we can experience life in abundance on the outside. And it begins with the foundation of willingness. So that's my personal guiding principle. Although I live by, many of them, that's one of my favorites. So again, this is Schan Ellis. Thank you so much for your willingness to tune in to listen to this video and for me to share those guiding principles with you. If you would like to get more information about who I am, just go on my website at SchanEllis.com, SCHANELLIS.com, and I have a tab there called Spiritual Food, and the menu will drop down and you'll see universal principles, there, and you can go on and read some of the other principles that I have on there. They're not all inclusive, but they'll get you started to see how can you implement these principles into your life. Again, thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.